Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by that sun of York, and all the clouds that lowered upon our house, in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Grim-visaged war had smoothed his wrinkled front, and now, instead of mounting barbed steeds to fright the souls of fearful adversaries, he capers nimbly in the lady's chamber to the lascivious pleasing of a lute. But I, that am not shaped for sport of tricks, nor made to court amorous looking glass, I, that am curtailed with this fair proportion, cheated of feature by dissembling nature, deformed, unfinished, sent before my time, scarce half made up, and that so lamely and unfashionable that dogs bark at me as I hold by them. I have no delight to pass away the time. Therefore, since I cannot prove love, I'm determined to prove a villain. Plots have I laid, inductions dangerous, to set my brother Clarence and the king in deadly hate, the one against the other. And if the king be as true and just as I am subtle, false, and treacherous, this day should Clarence closely be mewed up. The dive forced down to my soul here. Good day, brother. What means this armored guard that waits upon your grace?
His Majesty, tendering my person's safety at the point of this conduct is to convey me to the tower.
Upon what charge?
Because my name is George.
Alack, that fault is none of yours. But what's the matter, Clarence? May I know?
Yea, Richard, would I know, for I protest as yet I do not. But as I can learn, he hearkens after prophecies and dreams, and says a wizard told him that by G, his issue disinherited should be. And for my name of George begins with G, it follows in his thought that I am he.
This it is when men are ruled by women. 'Tis not the king that sends you to the tower. My Lady Grey, his wife, Clarence, 'tis she that tempts him to this harsh extremity. Was it not she that made him send Lord Hastings to the tower from whence he is presently delivered? We are not safe, Clarence. We are not safe.
By heaven, I think there is no man secure. Heard ye not what a humble suppliant Lord Hastings was to her for his delivery?
Humbly complaining to her deity, got my Lord Chamberlain his liberty. I'll tell you what, I think it is our way, if we keep in favor with the king, to be her men and wear her livery. But we are the queen's abjects and must obey. Brother, I will unto the king. He would swear you will employ me. In meantime, this deep disgrace in brotherhood touches me deeper than you can imagine.
I know it pleaseth neither of us well.
You shall not be in prison long. I will either deliver you or else lie for you. Meantime, have patience.
I must. Farewell.
Go and tread the path that thou shalt ne'er return, simple plain Clarence. I do love thee so that I will shortly send thy soul to heaven, if heaven will take the present at our hands. And you delivered Hastings.
Good time of day unto my gracious lord.
As much unto my good Lord Chamberlain. How hast thou brooked imprisonment?
With patience, noble lord, as prisoners must. But I shall live, my lord, to give him thanks that were the cause of my imprisonment.
No doubt, no doubt. And so shall Clarence too, for they that were your enemies are his, and have prevailed as much on him as you.
More pity that the eagle should be mewed, while kites and buzzards pray at liberty.
What news abroad?
No news so bad abroad as this at home. The king is sickly, weak, and melancholy, and his physicians fear him mightily.
This is bad news indeed. The king hath kept an evil dialogue, and much overconsumed his royal person. 'Tis very grievous to be thought upon. What is he in his bed?
He is.
Go you before, and I will follow. He cannot live, I hope, and must not die till Clarence be packed post-horse up to heaven. I'll in, and urge his hatred more to him. And if I fail not in this deep intent, Clarence hath not another day to live. For then God take King Edward to his mercy, and leave the world for me to bustle in. For then I'll marry Warwick's youngest daughter, Maud, though I killed her husband and her father. The readiest way to make the wench amends is to become her husband and father, the which will I, not so much for love, but for another secret, close intent, by marrying her, which I will reach on to. But I do run before my horse to market. Clarence still breathes. Edward still lives and reigns. Once they are gone, then will I count my gains.
Poor key-cold figure of the holy king, pale ashes of the house of Lancaster. Be it lawful that I invocate thy ghost to hear the lamentations of poor Anne, wife to thy Edward, to thy slaughtered son, stabbed by the selfsame hand that made these wounds. Cursed be the hand that made these fatal holes. Cursed be the heart that had the heart to do it. More direful hap betide that hated wretch that makes us wretched by the death of thee than I can wish to any creeping, venomed thing that lives. If ever he have child, abortive be it, prodigious and untimely brought to light, whose ugly and unnatural aspect may fright the hopeful mother at the view, and that be heir to his unhappiness. If ever he have wife, let her be made more miserable by the death of him than I am made by my poor lord and thee.
Stay you that bear the course and set it down.
What black magician conjures up this feat to stop devoted charitable deeds?
Villain, set down the course of by St. Paul and make a course of he that disobeys.
Stand back, my lord, and let the man pass.
Unmannered dog! Stand thou when I command, or by St. Paul, I'll strike thee to my foot and spurn upon thee beggar for thy boldness.
What do you tremble? Are you so afraid? Alas, I blame you not, for you are mortal, and mortal eyes cannot endure the devil! Avaunt, thou dreadful minister of hell! His soul thou canst not have!
Sweet saint, for charity be not so cursed.
Thou devil, for God's sake, hence and trouble us not, for thou hast made the happy earth thy hell. If thou delight to view thy heinous deeds, behold this pattern of thy butcheries. Blush! Blush, thou lump of foul deformity! Either heaven with lightning strike the murderer dead, or earth gape open wide and eat him quick, as thou dost swallow up this good king's blood, which his hell-governed arm hath butchered.
Lady! Thou know no rules of charity which renders good for bad, blessings for curses.
Villain, thou knowest no law of God nor man, no beast so fierce, but no some touch of pity.
But I know none, and therefore am no beast.
How wonderful when devils tell the truth.
More wonderful when angels are so angry. Vouchsafe divine perfection of a woman of these supposed crimes to give me leave by circumstance, but to acquit us.
Vouchsafe diffused infection of a man of these known evils, but to give me leave by circumstance to curse thy cursed self.
By such despair I should accuse myself.
And by despairing shalt thou stand excused for doing worthy vengeance on thyself, which didst unworthy slaughter upon others.
Say I slew them not.
Why then they are not dead? But dead they are, and devilish slave by thee!
I did not kill thy husband.
Why then he is alive!
Nay, he is dead and slain by Edward's hands.
In thy foul throat thou liest! Queen Margaret saw thy murderous falchion smoking in his blood, the which thou once didst bend against her breast, but that thy brothers beat aside the point.
I was provoked by her slanderous tongue, which laid their guilt upon my guiltless shoulders.
Thou wast provoked by thy bloody mind, which never dreamt on aught but butcheries.
Have you-
Didst thou not kill this king?
I grant ye.
Dost grant me, hedgehog? Then God grant me too, thou mayst be damned for that wicked deed. Oh, he was gentle, mild, and virtuous.
The fitter for the King of heaven that hath.
He is in heaven where thou shalt never come,
Let him thank me then, for he is fitted for that place then earth.
and thou unfit for any place but hell.
Yes, one place else, if you will hear me name it.
Some dungeon.
Your bedchamber.
Ill rest betide the chamber where thou liest.
So will it, madam, till I lie with you.
I hope so.
I know so, but gentle Lady Anne, is not the causer of the timeless deaths of these Plantagenets, Edward and Henry, as blameful as the executioner.
Thou art the cause and most accursed effect.
Thy beauty was the cause of that effect. Thy beauty which did haunt me in my sleep to undertake the death of all the world, so I may live 1 hour in your sweet bosom.
If I thought that, I tell thee, homicide, these nails should rend that beauty from my cheeks.
These eyes could not endure such beauty's wreck. Thou shouldst not blemish it if I stood by. Just as all the world is cheered by the sun, so am I by that. It is my day, my life.
Black night overshade thy day, and death thy life.
Curse not thyself, fair creature, thou art both.
I would I were to be revenged on thee.
It is a quarrel most unnatural to be revenged on him that loveth you.
It is a quarrel just and reasonable to be revenged on him that killed my husband.
He that bereft thee, lady, of thy husband, did it to help thee to a better husband.
His better doth not breathe upon the earth.
He lives that loves thee better than he could.
Where is he?
Here. Why dost thou spit at me?